this is Electric Universize, and today I am in southwest Oklahoma, and it's mostly just farmland, except when I woke up, I looked out my window of my hotel and saw this mountain range over here. So I looked it up, and there's this interesting area of small mountains and a few mountains north of that, and then some bigger mountains way over that way called Quartz Mountain and Granite Mountain. So I'm not going to Quartz Mountain or Granite Mountain. I'm not going to either of those places. I'm going to this one. This one's called Navajo Mountain. So you can see all just this flat plain, and there is Navajo Mountains. They're not huge, but they're just sticking up out of the middle of nowhere. Look at all this just farmland. All it is just dirt, and then we got these huge muddy looking rocky mountains standing up. So I'm gonna go try to check it out. All right, I'm getting closer. I just see lots and lots of cotton fields galore. See, so look, this is the beginning of this little range, and it's got these little mountains poking up here, and then you can see a little further off there's some mountains in the distance, and way over there seems like there's some more. So looking at it from Google Earth, it kind of looks like there's a lot of cross-hatching and some swirling motion in what it appears to look like from above or in 3D view. So I wanted to try to get close to it, and I'm also fascinated that the name of it's called Navajo Mountain. So as I'm getting closer, I can see on the left side, it definitely looks like there's a vortex style. It looks like something sucked it up, and it was pulled up and layered that way. So I'm seeing already on the far left side, it looks like it spirals up towards the top, and then you have these little peaks in between, which would be little eddies in between these forces that are sucking up on the left and the right as the two primary forces there. All right, check it out. I got fairly close to one, but I can't quite get over there. Goodness, sliding's terrible. It's just so bright outside. There's a lot of overcast. That's the problem. I don't know if you can see it very well, but it just is. It looks like it's all granite rock, and it's all layered up. A really cool spot way over there. I think there's a river that runs between these little mountain ridges. Oh, I like that right there. Look at that. That's awesome. Well, there's no fences out here, so I could take a hike over there. Oh, look, there is a fence. Is it an electric fence? It sure is. Okay. Ooh, look at that. I really want to check that out. I want to go look at those rocks, man. I don't want to get shot, though. That's the problem. All right, I might try to get over there. Here's a lesson. If you go to Oklahoma and decide to run through somebody's field, even if it's cut, ouch, you gotta watch out for these. Oh, it hurts. That's a big old sticker. Look at that in my thumb. Woo! So I'm on the mound, this little small mound right beside the part that I wanna go look at. It's just all mud. So, definitely from some flooding, I think. But I was just up on that mound, and this is what I just got to. It's already looking pretty cool. First thing I notice right here is this rock that's at the same incline and angle. As you can see, those striations kind of going that way. So let's see what this is, really. Ow, more stickers. Oh man. Oh, look at these guys, are everywhere. Oh, I gotta watch out. This is nature's big built-in landmine. Okay. So I ran from way the hell over there. All right. Okay, here we go. Finally at something. Look at this. few random rocks, this big giant thing with Almost looks like a giant pancake. Look, so we just got a few little random rocks sticking out of the ground. I'm sure the farmers pulled out lots of rocks in this area, but wow, look at that thing. What is this? I think it's a granite. It's definitely very small. So look at that. Look at that shape. This is interesting to me. There's something cool too. It's kind of all these little divots in on this side. And then you definitely have these cross-hatching features here. These little circles here. That to me is a sign I'm looking for. The cross-hatching is a sign I'm looking for. And I'm talking about electrical forces here. Because that's what I suspected this type of stuff would look like. Look at that. That's cool. And it's all at the exact same angles. And look, oh, look right there on top. Let me get up here. Oh. Looky here. You see that? Right there's another one. This that looks like one of the last little electrical filament points coming off of this thing when it was done. So you can kind of see this definite line here. That stuff right there. This is interesting here. Oh, here we go. This is what I was looking for right here. I wanted to find a quartz vein in this stuff, and I did. And lo and behold, look, there's a quartz vein right here, right in where this seam is. And this isn't a crack. It's a separation, and you'll see right here, look, it pinches together right here, kind of comes together, splits off again, comes together, and then look, you see right there, it welds back together. That's solid. Look at that. That's a solid piece. It's not a crack. And look, here again, right off of this is coming this little quartz veins coming off. There it is. Yeah, baby. Looky there. All right. Notice that formation? You see all of these cracks? They look like cracks. Look at this one. Let's follow this one all the way through. What do we get right here? Bam. We got some quartz veins again. All right. You see these two right here pinching together? Okay, I'm telling you, this is formed by two layers of charge coming together. And it's collecting this stuff and building up these formations. This was not, in my opinion, formed under the ground and pushed up from underground or eroded away to get this. See all this flat land and hills and stuff? All right, those over there. I haven't even started looking at this thing over here. This is just the first thing I walked up on. But I'm already finding evidence that I'm looking for here. So, I'll have to show it on the map. But where I'm at in southwest Oklahoma is right almost in the center of a big arm or a pinch point. And maybe I'll find you also some Lichtenberg patterns of these river systems that all pinch in and point together. And this is tying in the research I've been doing in Texas and Arizona. So again, I think this thing was a global event that caused this. It wasn't just isolated, it wasn't in one area. It wasn't just in the Southwest, it was the entire world experienced this cataclysm. May have been one or more cataclysms, but I think all this stuff was formed at the same time. All right, I'm gonna look around some more. All right, so here's an example of a cleavage point or a fracture point. This is fractured and broken off. So when this part was formed, this piece did probably drop from up above. It looks like this is kind of broken off a little bit. And this does look like a clean fracture to me here. Can't make my way over there really, but you see those quartz veins? Right there, going down. And there's another one right above it, another quartz vein. Excellent. Let's see if I can try to figure out how to make my way on top. It's a little cave. It looks like this was broken out. And this big chunk right here in front of me has fallen out of that. It's probably, you know, I showed you that fracture down below, so that's probably where that's coming from. Let me see if I can make my way up around this thing somehow, but I'm not climbing up on this. I'm not prepared for that. All right, I'm gonna walk over to the south side of this formation here. It's pretty tall. That's some cool cross hatching on the bottom of that. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, man, it's awesome. Look, that's not eroded away. It was formed that way. Examples, look, you can see that, boom. Just pinching together. All these interesting little swirling formations. Again, if you could imagine, this is all just glowing with plasma. All this stuff is being collected. It's collecting. Look at the grains in this. Look at all these little chunks. Look at that. Right? And then it gets to more of a solid portion there. And then you see, again, here's that grainy portion. So check out this middle section. This looks a lot different than right there or right there, right? So, and you can also see, look, there's these pinch points right there. So if you know what double layers are, you got a separation of charge, it's gonna do this type of stuff. Look at that. It's just pulling that material and pinching it in these lines. Man, I love it. I like it already. I didn't even make it to the place I wanted to over there because this was kind of accessible. So I'll go where I can get without getting shot. Because, you know, Texas, if you're on somebody's land, they can shoot you. Don't go on people's property. It's my advice. But I can't help myself. Oh, look at that. This top piece here all has quartz crystal right on top. Look at that, it's all just peppered in there. This is nice granite. I've not seen any kind of granite like this. Sounds hollow, like I might be able to get some off of here. Oh, there we go. There you go. There's a chunk. Look at the backside. That's cool. What this is, I've never seen this before. These trees look different too. All right, so I'm on the south side. Oh, look at that right there. Look at that spot. That's cool. It's all just wavy. Like there's a huge focus of some heat on the outside of that. All right. this? Oh, this is cool. Oh, it's a little cave in there. I'm not brave enough to go in there, nor am I wearing the right clothes for that. All right, again, check this out. Just look, right here is completely solid. You can see this line kind of form in. Look at that. See how that just wraps around? It's indented here. It's raised on this side. Here's a little swirl. That's cool. And look, you can even see inside that. If you could see inside that, it pinches on the inside of that divot. And you can see where that portion is trying to grow together right outside and touch. All right, look, it's the exact same thing I see on all these rock formations. Man, I want to tell you that it absolutely is electrical, but I can't tell you that because it's just my theory. I guess I could say that's what I believe. Look, here's another one of those little divots. Check this one out, perfect example. These little circles, all right? I would see plasma filaments coming out of this thing as it's being formed right there too. Look at how this thing is just, this is amazing. I know somebody's gonna watch this and be like, that's not so amazing, man. Well, I think it is. I think I found a path up. You know what? And this is just the small one that I found. Hey, look at that. Hey, look, that's cool. Look, that's that same kind of black patina stuff right there. That's that same black patina I see where the natives carved in petroglyphs over in Arizona. It looks like the same patina, that same black patina. Look, it's on that one too. Look over there. Oh, there's some more stuff. Wow. Well, I don't have a ton of time. Let me see if I can get up there and maybe I can head over that way too. Oh, that's awesome. All right, I'm about halfway up and I'm standing on this big chunk of granite, and look, the cross hatching is so easy to see up here. Oh man, it's so cool. Look at that. Look how that rock right there, that's all just grown together. You see, it's not erosion. It grew that way. It formed that way right here. You can even see down there at that bottom tip. That's how this stuff was made. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that little knob sticking off there. Right there. And you can see all these things being layered up. Ooh, and there's a bunch of those stickers. All right, this is on the north side, facing the north. So there's north. Cool. Those are the Navajo mountains I was trying to get to. All right, let's go up there and see if I see anything. I didn't get very far. Again, you can see just these little pinch points in here. And look at this. Look at how vertical these guys are. And look, this one, it's that same pinch point going all the way up. And there's, again, they all have the same pattern to it. Some of these are broken and cleaved off, right? But it's pretty cool. Right, so I'm up here at the top, and there's south. Look at this. Look at that separation point right here. It's just a flat wall straight down, flat granite. All of these points, you can see how it was formed here. Now take a look at this. This is an arm that stretches off that way. All that stuff was built off like that. Boom. These are going in the same direction. And I'm at the peak now. When I started out, I was just right down below here. And look at the top. It's kind of concave right here. Let's make our way up there. There you go. All right. And look, there's a divot. And then you see the cross hatching's kind of funky here. Looks more of like a hexagonal shape, the way that this part was formed. Look, this top rock kind of divots in. This whole thing is a big giant divot. And look, you seeing those little circular formations there again? Look, that one looks like a heart. I love you. Look at there. Boom. Look at the side of this thing. Look at that big divot right there. Can you see it? I'll show you that without falling over. Those rocks got the same things in the top. Look, that one over there has got it. That's cool. Look, and all of this is just completely solid over here. Look at this. You know, you can tell water collects up in here. It's probably a little ecosystem. I saw a lot of deer droppings and some deer tracks over here. So I'm sure the animals come up here and drink this water and leave their poop everywhere. But again, I think this, look at this thing. This is awesome. This is very cool. So this is the solid side. That side over there is the broken side. And look, you can see all those rocks just kind of laid up in area like lines going that way. Even that formation over there, you can see all the rocky bodies there, and it kind of pulls off in little arms or fingers. That's pretty cool, man. I'm gonna go look over here. That other place over there is all fenced off, so I can't make my way over there. I've only seen one vehicle pass by where I'm at. My car's way over there. So I think I'm all right, but I'm gonna see if I can head over that way on my way out. Came from up top of that. This is that second little small ridge line that I showed you. Saw a lot of rounded and cross-hatching features on those rocks too. And I'm over here to the next biggest hill that I'm able to get to before I head over to Navajo Mountains. And look, you can still see, again, got this cool cross-hatching going on here. Same thing, this is just a big old giant piece of granite all extending down here. You got these pieces over here. Some of them are loose, some of them are not. And look, this is just one solid chunk. All this stuff, look, I'll give you a different perspective here. See all that? Look at that. It looks like it's separated, because it is. But look what happens when it gets right here. It pinches together. And this is all one solid piece, okay? And again, I think this material was in the sky. Dirt, dust, hot molten dust, whatever it was being pulled and collected right here and pinched together and forming this stuff at the ground layer. And whatever formed just above the ground layer was kind of like these loose rocks. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. There's some weird looking stuff. But you say, those are just rocks, man. Those are millions of years old there, buddy. Well, I don't think so. I don't think these are millions of years old. Other side I wanted to get to. Again, I still keep seeing these divots galore. Look, there's that's a thin vein of material, and there's a little bits of quartz in there. See if I can get on top of here. All right. Here we go. That's it. So, all the same stuff, really. I don't see anything else aside from what I've already seen. So, oh, that's a cool looking cactus, though. I like that. Look, just parallel lines again. Oh, this is neat. Look at that. Okay. So look, you can see all this cross hatching happening. Pinch point, right here. We'll even give you that over there. But check this out. These guys go this way, cross hatch. Look, you can see the formation of these little crystals happening here. Look at that. Right here is real interesting. One that goes that way, that way, that way. And look. So what's up with that? Little 5-pointed star meet up right here. And this just happens to be right there in the pinch point of this biggest part and this biggest part, which is at the peak of this little bitty hill that I'm on. So what say you? What do you say? Looky here. There's another vein going all the way through here that way. It's cool. Look at there. Look at that. That's awesome. I love it. I just love it. There you go. Give you some perspective there. All right, guys. I think I'm done with this location. Looks like it wants to break off, but it's not going to because it's welded together. All right. That's it. Let's go see if I can get that way before I head out of here. Oh, here I'm on the south side again. And look, you can see it's coming up this way. Same way over there. I was on the other side and it was all flat and solid on one side. This would be kind of the equivalent over here. And then look, it just goes into nothing. All right, it's just back that way, and here's the final go of this place. I am just northeast of a place called Friendship, Oklahoma. Oh, hold on, I have to look at that first. Look at that. Such a dork. Look, that's cool. Why did it do that? Look, it's got that same kind of upward motion that matches up there too. Pretty cool stuff. All right, for real, I'm seriously out of here. I gotta run across this freaking farmland now. All right. Next stop, see if we can get over there somewhere. Just wanted to show you something real quick. I was showing you all the crosshatch patterns. Now look in the sky. Tell me what you see just in this cloud layer. See that? Now you tell me if this ionized greatly and there was a difference in charge between the clouds and the ground, don't you think those winds would pull dirt and gravel like this together and collect in areas, find something to build up on, or there's an area between low and high pressure where it's sucking something up as it's pushing down on the other side? Now there just happens to be, right in between this line and that line of mountains, a river that runs through it. So yes, could this potentially be deposits from a great flood? Absolutely. I think that's what all this dirt is anyway. That's why the farmland, the Midwest, is so fantastic for growing things, because there's so much fresh dirt and soil and minerals. So anyway, let's continue on. Although, if it was a flood, why is it leaving these peaks like that? Why is there that little mound right there on the corner that looks like it pulls outward? Look, you can see the layering. It's going up, up, up. Down the road that's headed towards it. I don't know if it's going to get me there. This is usually how I find the good stuff. I just passed the Navajo cemetery. It's kind of surreal. Oh yeah. I just spent a lot of time at that other place and I should have just drove over here. Look at that. That's cool. Ah, see, but it's fenced in, that's why. I'm gonna go that way in a minute, but let's try drifting around this corner. Woo! Oh, it worked. These clouds are freaking me out. It just looks nutty. Oh, that's cool. Wow. go. Look at those huge boulders on top of that guy right there. Wow. What's up with that? Were they placed there? Were they dropped there? Look at that. Come on. Look, I can't really know for sure, but it looks the way they were formed right there. Look at this. All right, let's see if I can get it. All right, so do you see the layers? Like there's a step, there's a step, there's a step, there's a step, there's a step. So you imagine a vortex spinning around in that direction, and it's building up that way, right? And it almost looks like it's coming up this way and headed back off this way. Big old base right there. It's like square chunks. Neat. All right, I had to stop right here because I saw this is like a nice pink granite. Look at that. But here's what I noticed. Look right here in the side of this thing. You see what I see? All the way through it, all the way up. Look at that. Right down the center of this thing is a nice quartz vein all the way down. And then look, right here at the top, you got a pinch point going off that way. So, what's up with that? That's cool. I love quartz. I love finding quartz. I know quartz is everywhere. Quartz is all over, everywhere. But this kind of stuff, I like that. This big old chunk back there, I can't really get back there. All right, here's a little piece I just found on the ground right here by this thing. That's a nice little chunk of granite. Yeah, this one's a little broken. It's cool. All right, kind of going around the bend. It's kind of following the west side of this little formation here. And look, there's that central peak up there at the top of that swirl I was pointing out. Central sweet, a bunch of big old boulders. Look at that nice round one right there too. All right, there's a good site right here. Look at that. Oh, that's cool. So look, you notice anything here? It's just dirt and mud up until you get there to the top. And then you've got walls and walls of that straight line kind of granite cross-hatching. Look at that. That looks like a quarry site. Oh, that's cool. Oh, look, and there's just a standalone there. And then look, south, nothing. There's nothing south. It's just flat land as far as you can see. And look, looking west, nothing. And we got this guy right here. And that's the very beginning of these Navajo mountains. And then it continues up north. All right, well, I think that's what I got. Unless I come back on with something else. Thanks for hanging with me in Oklahoma. That's what I'm gonna do here, show you the south side. And again, let me stop here when I can. Now, can you see it? Can you see the layering going that way? So it's not layered that way, it's layered up that way, okay? So you just gotta imagine how this thing was actually created and formed. So, anyway, let's go. I think I can get close to this guy. Let's go down there. Look, if I could find a way to go get into that granite quarry, we'll see if I can find more veins. Maybe at the top of this hill. Oh, that's how you get in there. There's that little hill I found. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. Look at that pinching right there in the middle. And look, you can see how the granite kind of comes down and pinches, and that is the most vertical point. And then even over on that side, it starts to bend out that way. So imagine it getting sucked up this way and the force is going out. Look at the symmetry in this rock formation. Oh, look, hey, look at there, right there in the middle. You see that divot? Right, where's my finger? Right there. Just wanted to see this side here. It's so bumpy. You should see the road I'm driving on. Wow. That's cool. Alright. I'm not gonna go that way. I'm gonna turn around. I saw a feature I wanted to see, and I really need to get headed back to Texas. So I got a long drive ahead of me. I'm looking for right here. That's what I saw. Look. More pancake, granite pancakes, pancakes. Hey, look, they put a cross on that one. That's cool. Just another little random formation of granite. What is this? Can I pull off in here? Posted. Private property. Violators will be killed, prosecuted. All right, I'm not going in there. There's a really pretty shot of what I just passed earlier. Let's see, way in the distance, that's east. It's more of these little formations here, but I think I've seen enough to make my way back to Texas. I'm literally in the middle of nowhere, somewhere in Oklahoma. And I love these clouds. It's pretty cool. It's gonna bring the cold. That's what farm life looks like right here. Farm life. Look at this. These guys are just, again. You see those ones on the left? Look at that. Look right there on the left. Just little sandwiches right there. Cool. It's not separate rocks. It's all built up together and fused together. How many times do I gotta say it? For the North Fork Red River. That's the Red River. This is Kiowa, Comanche, something. I'm on an Indian reservation. That's where I'm at. Headed towards Lawton, Oklahoma, heading east. Got some cool formations over here too. It looks like they're mining that whole section out right over there. See a big tractor up there. Look at the rest of it though. It's cool. Layers after layers, man. And you can see how it, again, it's got that kind of vortex spiraling shape all the way up to the top on every single one of them. And I imagine that as how the aurora move. So if you've ever seen aurora, well, I haven't in person, but take an aurora tornado. An aurora with a bunch of tornado filaments coming off of it, touching down to the ground. That's what I imagine, really. So I'm heading east. I'm still in Oklahoma, and I see there's a lot more mountain mountainous areas this way. I could see in the distance way over there, the mountains get bigger. Ridge over here, and then you just got this peak of boulders formed right on top. Across from it, we got another little mountain. Little bitty hill, it's not a mountain. Like, look, what's up with that? Just random. Made that.